On behalf of Icy Tales, I take immense pleasure in welcoming Ibrahim, who is a Photoshop artist and a graphic designer hailing from Chennai. So, welcome. How are you doing? How was your day?
I'm good, Hiba. How are you?
Everything is going on great. Thank you so much for asking. I think without any more talking, we should get started. So, can we get started?
Yeah, sure.
Great. So, my first question is the basic question. What pushed you into pursuing graphic designing and Photoshop as a course and career?
I think for me, like the interest started in my school days, where I just used to take pictures of anything. I had interest in photography,
Mhm.
so I used to take pictures all the time, and then I just try to I just wanted to make my picture pop out. So then I started editing in my mobile. I saw this there was a Photoshop app in mobile, so I just downloaded that and I had very basic knowledge, but I somehow managed and started editing stuff, and then I used to post it on social media, and then I think from there the craze started for me about editing and photography. So everything started from there.
I think that's you did justice to the point that it all needs a small click to just begin and everything just sets forward. So good job on that. And my next question is about just the road. I'm sure every profession has its own hurdles and setbacks. So was the road of pursuing this easy, and what were the challenges that you faced?
I think for me in this field, it was very new to me
Mhm.
because starting from a very beginner level, I didn't have that knowledge, how
Mhm.
to pursue in this field, and it was little challenging for me. I should say that because if you tell people about this profession, they are not well known to it.
Right,
So
right.
for me also, I need the right guidance, but I somehow when I was in school days. So, I had the right amount of people, who gave me that knowledge. And then I knew that, for me, pursuing a degree in a college, that was not my thing. So I just wanted to do something different from what other people are doing. So then I found this academy and I joined it over there. So I did my studying over there. And then I somehow, tried to gain that knowledge in this field. And yeah.
Very nice to know your journey because we all need those people who motivate us to do things out of the box. So great that you have such people in your life. Moving on to my next question, since your job is more of a freelancing types, and obviously there are so many risks involved. So what do you have to say about that?
I think people are they're having two minds about freelancing. They think freelancing is something which is very unstable, and then getting into that if you're a beginner, like it is very tough to find the right contacts and the right clients. So I think freelancing is more about learning. Okay, once you get into that, you try to gain that knowledge, you try to
Mhm.
find that people, and it is a step-by-step process. I think it is not something that once you get into it, you're going to earn money or you're going to get the work. So I think it is about the process. Day by day, you get into it. You by yourself, you try. Searching people, getting the right job.
Mhm.
So basically, freelancing, when I started, it was like I just started posting my works on Instagram, like whatever I did basic works. And then from there, I started, people, they saw my Instagram page and they
Mhm.
tried to contact me. So that is how I started getting works. And yeah, in the early stages, you are little, underconfident. You have in your mind that how is it going to be, will I able to be give the right output. So that is the things which are in your mind. But then as days goes, you learn it by yourself and it becomes a very easy process.
Like you said, you were very underconfident. This brings me to my next question, that right now you're doing work at an international level, and so many people are recognizing your work, and the best thing is you're just 22. So what do you have to say about that?
I think it is very unreal because I never thought of getting into this field first of all, and then like when I started, I didn't have anyone
Mhm.
or any job. So then I somehow, try to get work from Instagram only or the other social media pages. So then, like I had this basic process, whatever I used to work, I used to
Mhm.
post, and then I try to, tag people. I try to send my works to them, and somehow, I started gaining my profile views,
Mhm.
and then somehow Photoshop also featured me. So I
Oh,
think the process started from there. After they featured me, and there were many pages like Adobe, so they started featuring me, and that is how, people they came to know about my work. They came to know about my page. So then I used to get many emails and DMs regarding work and all. So yeah, I worked with many brands so far. It has been a very good experience, and I continue that work.
first of all, congratulations on that, and we are super happy for you for achieving this feat. So good job on that.
Thank you.
And since you have established yourself in this field very nicely, what do you have to say about the scope in the designing field?
I think there's a lot of scope, and not only in this field. If you take any field, if you have the right skill, the right knowledge, I think you have many ways to
Mhm.
deal with it and go with
Right.
it. So I think talking about my field, basically, people they have this perception of like Photoshop is only based on graphic designing. So even I had the same thing that there's only graphic designing. But then once I got into it, I tried learning by myself.
Mhm.
I saw YouTube tutorials and all, and then I got to know that no, there's more than that, more than graphic designing. And like if you can see from where I started 3 years back, and if you
Mhm.
see now, there's a lot more happening around digital market and
Yeah.
digital editing. So I think there's a lot of scope if you have the right skill, as I said, and you can do many things.
Especially during the lockdown, I think this raised the bar because the world became completely digital. So you got a lot of work, I believe.
Absolutely, because when the corona hit, right? So everyone wanted to, go digitally, and
Right.
whatever business they had, they wanted to, put it up on social media, and that was the only way people could get work.
Mhm.
So I think that part helped me very much. People they started searching for an option to how you can advertise your work or your product
Mm.
digitally, and then people started contacting me, and I had work for them. Like there were many various projects regarding branding
Mhm.
and advertising. So yeah, I used to get a good amount of work at the Corona time.
Moving on to my next question, I'm sure every career, every profession teaches a person something that they carry forward for the rest of their lives. So, what did your profession teach you?
I think for me it was a very simple thing. Just try to be confident about yourself. There will be people telling around you different things, but what matters is you and how you
Mhm.
deal with it. So I had a very strong belief in that. Like whatever I am doing, I need to be confident about it. And if I'm not, so I don't think in any way it is going to help me, and it will just push me down.
Right.
So I try to have that confidence. I try to if there were any issues, there were any problems. If I didn't knew, I didn't want to have a plan B. I just wanted to stick with that, and just try, because if you're not trying it, maybe you are going to regret it someday. So my vision was to whatever I want to do, I'll do it, and if it's not working out, then you can just try harder. So that is the one thing which I had in my mind.
I'm sure everyone watching this is going to love your optimistic approach towards life. So, great, great job on that. And moving on to my next question, as an established designer, what advice do you have for aspiring and upcoming designers in today's world?
I think uh, like many people are interested in this type of work,
Yeah.
because as you see, everything is going digital. Everyone is having the mobile and laptop at their home. So I think this is a easy way to learn Photoshop, because there's YouTube and many other software. So I think most of the youngsters, they are very interested in this field, and they are coming into this. So one thing I just want to say, because if you see, like there are thousands of Photoshop artists in the Instagram itself. Because the day when I joined, I think there were only few, but I think now people, they are knowing about this more, and they are
Mhm,
coming into it. So I think I'll just give them the advice that because the same thing happened to me also. When I just got into the Instagram, I used to see there were many professional artists on Instagram,
mhm,
and I used to compare my work to their work, and I used to feel that, will I be able to, match their
mhm,
quality of work. So sometimes, you have that instinct that, you feel little low seeing others work.
mhm.
So I just want to tell that you follow your process. You are going to learn step by step, and believe in yourself, and you will get the right output.
Thank you so much for saying that. And now moving on to the fun segment of today's interview, because I think we did enough of the serious talking. So now for the fun segment, I want you to tell us one amazing or funny, weird, any experience that you had while working with your clients.
Uh, I think there are many, but I think in my early stages, when I started looking for work, okay, I started with, searching with Indian clients, or, I can just get work locally from my friends or family. So there was an incident, like my close cousin, okay, so he asked me to do some work,
Okay.
and then I took it in a very serious way that, okay, yes, I'm going to do it. So he gave me some work about designing, and then, I was behind it like properly. I was working it daily. So it just took me a week, and then I am giving him the final output. So after I just gave him, he liked the work very much, and then I just tried to ask him about the payment. So he's just coming to me, and he's asking me back that, are you going to charge for this? So I was very blank. I didn't know what to tell, because right now there are still people who don't value this profession as much as people value outside the India. So I think, it was, I didn't knew at that time what to do. But yeah, I regret that moment still now, that, I still didn't get any payment for that work, and I just left it over there. So yeah, that was one thing.
Yeah, but everything teaches you good things and bad things. So
Yeah.
it's all perfect. So I think this was the perfect way to come to the end of this interview. I really had a great time doing this with you, because I'm sure everyone did learn so many different things about Photoshop and graphic designing. So thank you so much for giving us your time.
Thank you very much, Shiba. Nice talking to you.